Tryna bend the corner, your limbs getting. That's your partner, then your twin getting. All you want.
We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Coming up, an important divisional round matchup in the NFC between the Washington football team and the New York Giants. The first of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway. And this will be a touchback is Ed Sales over the end line. And right away, he lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
Thank goodness for heaters up here.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
The fumble on first down. Now here's second down. Here's Gibson to start the drive. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Now that's how you start to get back in the good graces of your head coach. Remember, he fumbled on the last possession. How about the faith they showed him, giving him the ball again, and he repaid them, picking up a first down.
First down, Fitzpatrick. This one left side caught by Gibson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. And he's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
It's a first down and more for Gibson. And he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line. 60 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
Gibson into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. So stuffed from the 2, now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
Eluding the pressure right. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Logan Ryan. Accelerating, and off he goes. The 40, 30, past the 20. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. And we'll see if that pick 6 looms large as this game continues, because we've seen plays like that alter a lot of playoff contests over the years.
I would agree with that totally. And you have to think to yourself, why did they alter so much because after games, don't we hear coaches and players say, well, one play doesn't usually determine the outcome. But I don't think that's really true, do you? Because there's times when we see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps to that team side, it deflates the other side, and they never pick it back up. And then things really go from there, don't they?
That's the thing for me. We talk about momentum changes. A play like that is the ultimate momentum change.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this run.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
They told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Yeah, he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Play action now. Fitzpatrick.
That's out to the flat for Gibson.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
To throw, Fitzpatrick. He's going deep for Brown.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did. And they drop it with a great chance to make.
And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And the Giants are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll run for the first time with Saquon Barkley.
And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Jones with a handoff to Barkley.
And not a whole lot to speak of there, so bring him down shy of the 20.
Always so many storylines when you're playing January football. And, Charles, you talk about this offense, their head coach, it's his first time in charge in the playoffs. And I think you and I were both kind of surprised by his demeanor and specifically his comments and his confidence at the press conference where he really all but guaranteed a victory.
Yeah, I was a little bit taken aback because you don't normally see that. And on one hand, it's like, all right, cool. He feels great about his team. But on the other hand, I don't think it's in his best interest to do that. How many playoff games has he won again, Brandon?
None.
So there's your answer right there. I guess what he was trying to do was fire up his team, but he has to make sure he doesn't fire up the other guys because there have been a lot of coaches who've made guarantees that are no longer coaching in this league.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
Throwing, Jones. The throw for Tony is intercepted. Picked off at the 45. Oh, some strong running. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Really nice pick there for the reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week. And a good story on that. He said he didn't even know he won the award. His buddy had to call him. He saw it on television and said, hey, congratulations. How about that?
And I'll bet you his buddy said, well, since you didn't know, I'll just go ahead and claim the award, right? And everything that goes along with it. But the reason he won the award the previous week and what we just saw there, instincts, understanding where the play is going, and being able to make a play on the football.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into a bigger point. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing. He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. And Hopkins hangs this one out to the right. Missed it. It's no good. These playoff games have a tendency to be tight. You have to wonder if that missed field goal could haunt them later.
Yeah, we're always looking for the key plays, right? The ones that we're going to magnify. Usually those happen in the second half or later in the game. This might be the key play of the game showing up here in the first half.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. Here's 2nd and 10. Now Jones. Escaping the pressure right. He'll get this complete to Kadarius Toney. And he'll take this all the way down to the 15-yard line.
I don't think anyone would argue that having that extra week definitely helps come playoff time. And those were some fresh legs right there. That extra practice time and planning, certainly in evidence.
And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, a 16-yard touchdown run. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect, and this remains a 13-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. DeAndre Carter returning it. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on third down. Fitzpatrick going to give to Gibson. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 87 yards rushing for him now as he has been strong here in the first half of this divisional round matchup. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To throw is Fitzpatrick. Forced out to his left. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Leonard Williams, the former number 6 overall pick, got the sack that time. Second and 11. Another try after the first down sack. Fitzpatrick. Throw to the right here, taken in by McLaurin. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Giants touchdown. Backbreaker, that'll drive the coach, the offensive coordinator, just crazy. You get it all the way down there in the red zone, can't capitalize. Instead, they go the other way on the fumble return for a touchdown.
How about the aggressiveness of the defense, though? They're not about to just fall on a fumble, are they? Scoop and score is their motto, and they just did it.
Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Here's Carter now on the return. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do we do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that, that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. A handoff for Gibson. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Fitzpatrick. Throw left side complete. That's Thomas. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 15 yards the pickup. 1st down, Washington. Fitzpatrick to throw it. He's going deep for Brown. And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, Washington. Dyami Brown, 48 yards. And Washington able to cut into that deficit. Oh, he pulled it right. It's no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. That's complete to John Ross. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Here's Jones throwing on first down. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A first down carry for Barkley. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, Jones. Flushed out right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them, because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's really a difficult task.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC Divisional Round matchup, as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you very much, as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one, as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, it may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
On 2nd and 9, Jones to Barkley on the check down. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
Undercut. Sponge. No.
Now Saquon Barkley. And not much room to operate, as he'll get this up only to about the 41. The tackle by Cole Holcomb.
Well, it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, kind of just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
On 2nd and 9, Jones. He finds the speedster Ross. That's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A gain there of 21 yards. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. Off the play fake, Jones. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Operating from the gun, Jones. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. After the penalty, they go with Barkley. He's got the first down inside the 10, and he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Giants continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. And he will get into the end zone again, and he seems to have a nose for it as he gets both the touchdown and the two-point conversion. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Here's Carter now on the return. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
And he will have a first down as they get into the ground at the 37. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Fitzpatrick. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Throwing Fitzpatrick. He's going deep for Brown. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
2nd and 10 here as we sit in the 3rd quarter of this divisional round matchup. On play action, Fitzpatrick. Flush to his right. Now Fitzpatrick hit. It's out. He lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2. And it brings up 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And indeed, that's what they'll do as they run it here. Powerful running. And this one will be taken up. They'll spot it right at the 7. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down. Here's Riley Dixon now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And they're going to be set up with excellent field position to start the drive as that gets out of bounds inside the 45-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find the hole.
Now a throw here to his running back. It's a 1st down and more for Gibson. The 20. And down to the 16-yard line.
Here we go. Woo!
1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They go play action. Fitzpatrick. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. De'Ami Brown. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And Washington able to close the gap just a bit. And that is off the left upright. It's no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Adoree Jackson on the return. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And now 1st downs are key. They want to keep that clock moving, up by 2 scores as they try to cement their place in the conference championship round in 1 week's time. Stop made there by Gerald McCoy. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. The Giants on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Check. Under 10. Under 10. 10.
Here's a give to Barkley. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the 1st. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. Here's Riley Dixon now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Fitzpatrick's throw into the hands of McLaurin. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it.
A fight for it, and this is caught. What a catch. You're at the point in the game right now where you got to start taking some chances, and that chance paid off.
And it's a good idea to be that aggressive because, truthfully, the defensive guys, they're just playing not to make a mistake. That often means you can make a big play against them.
Touchdown, Washington. De'Ami Brown saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And Washington able to cut into that deficit. not going to get the kick off in time. So that'll back him up 5. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. Fitzpatrick going to throw for it. And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Jackson now to return. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here with Barkley. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The way in. Touchdown, New York. Evan Ingram, 56 yards. And the Giants are moving closer to a date now in the NFC Championship game as they're able to extend this 4th quarter lead. They're going to run it with Barkley. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Then he is going to be stopped short of the goal line. Oh, they'll mark him inside the 1. He just couldn't keep churning those extra few inches. And the 2-point attempt is turned aside. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They're set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Fitzpatrick on 1st down. And down he goes. Fitzpatrick sacked. Well, I think that time he just maybe held on to it a little too long, CD, because after a couple of seconds in this league, you know those defenders are coming.
And how many times do we talk about complementary football? And we usually talk about, does the offense help the defense? Does the defense help the offense? I think in this case, does the quarterback help out his offensive line?
Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And the Giants have it. It's picked up.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a 2-possession game. It is a 2-possession game at this stage in the 4th. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
It's a pickup of 3, and we have now arrived at the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. They'll go to Barkley again.
Well, we all know the guy carrying the ball is going to get the credit both in the stat line and probably in the newspaper. But guess what? Those guys creating holes, they couldn't feel better about themselves right now. Offensive line, tight end, probably even the wide receivers are involved. They're moving the ball well.
That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
But that's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss.
He was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute, they want their opportunity, and he seized his.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They knew this would be tough on the road, divisional round, and that has certainly been the case with the deficit they face in this fourth quarter. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 130 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Fitzpatrick's throw complete there to Thomas. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Another first down there as this one goes for 25.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. Well, one side moves on, and then, of course, there's the other side, and now they face what they don't want to face, and that's the offseason.
Think about the journey just getting to this game. Preseason, right? The OTAs and mini camps before that. Going through the regular season, fighting and scratching and clawing to make it to the playoffs. And then to get to this game, 1 game short of a conference championship, they'll have the whole offseason to think about it. Let's see if they use it as motivation.